I'm Heather, and this is Ripley.
You know, you don't have to wait for the bus.
Where are we?
Home sweet home.
Drugged!
You better get them before they make it to the highway.
We're gonna get out of here. You're gonna kill us.
My name is Katie, and I'm the planner in my friendship with Sloane. She's fun, but I like things to be orderly. We were so excited to start our month-long job at Ecofield Organic Farms. The plan was simple: work hard, save money, and then go crazy shopping in New York City.
My Uncle Jason, who's a cop, picked us up the next morning. We stayed at his place for one night. That's when Sloane decided we needed an alias. She thought it would be fun to use fake names while we were in town. She became Heather, and I reluctantly became Ripley. I had no idea how quickly I'd regret that decision. The next day, Uncle Jason dropped us off at the bus stop. Being the overprotective FBI agent, he told us we needed a safe word. He made me promise to text him a new code word every single day, following the alphabet. The first word was apple. While waiting for the bus, we went to a cafe. That's where we met Jed and Lucas. They were nice enough, and they offered us a ride to the farm. I didn't want to go with them, but Sloane gave me this look, a silent plea, and I gave in. We got into their blue truck. It all went wrong the minute Jed drove right past the turn for the farm. I started to panic. When they finally stopped, we were at a strange restaurant. The brothers' mother was there, and she invited us in for tea. I texted Uncle Jason the safe word, apple, letting him know we were fine. We ate pie and drank the tea, and my vision immediately started to blur. I realized too late that our drinks were drugged. We tried to run, but they were faster. The last thing I remember was getting hit and falling unconscious. I woke up chained in the middle of the woods with Sloane beside me. I was terrified. Jed came over and told us we lived there now. We were prisoners. Then Boris, the boss, showed up. He took my phone and saw that I was using a code word. We had to tell him the truth. We were Katie and Sloane, and apple was the safe word. Life became a cycle of fear. It got worse when the town sheriff arrived. He was disgusting. He came to hurt us. After he left, I was shattered, and Sloane had to comfort me. Uncle Jason was getting worried because I had used the same code word 2 days in a row, which meant something was wrong. Then the customers started arriving. The first one was a scruffy guy who took Sloane and burned her with a cigarette. The next was even worse, a man in a pig mask who left Sloane completely traumatized. I overheard Boris telling Jed they had to kill us and dump our bodies because my uncle was an FBI agent and had been tipped off about the safe word. That was the moment my fear turned into rage. When the scruffy guy was left to guard us, I knew this was my only chance. I seduced him, got close enough, and then I ripped his throat out with my teeth. Sloane and I freed ourselves from the chains. When the sheriff arrived, we stole his car and drove straight out of those woods. We drove back to town and hit the hardware store. We bought supplies, asked about Boris, and got his address. When we got to Boris's house, we ambushed him, throwing nail-spiked tennis balls until he was crippled. He begged for his life, but we needed to know who the pig mask man was. When he refused, we made a spear and we ended him.
As Uncle Jason arrived outside, we jumped in the car and drove off, leaving him to find the body. The sheriff called Uncle Jason later to tell him Boris was dead. When my uncle called my phone, the sheriff answered, revealing he is behind all this. He captured Uncle Jason and 2 other young women. Sloane and I drove to the church. We had realized the pig mask guy was the town priest. While Sloane faced him, I came up behind him and we took him down. We changed the bastard to the back of our truck and drove off. When we finally stopped, we doused him in gasoline and set him on fire. There was no way he was going to hurt anyone else.
Saving Uncle Jason was next. We found the sheriff, tied him up, and made him play Russian roulette. He was sorry, but that didn't matter. I ended him with a blow to the head, and we freed my uncle and the other women. There was only the family left. We went to Jed and Lucas's mother's house. We drugged her and made her watch as we beat a tied-up Jed to death with bats. Then we offered Lucas a choice: kill his mother and live or die. When he refused, Sloane shot him. We set it up to look like he killed himself. The mother was begging, but I didn't care. I killed her with the lawnmower. Sometime later, Uncle Jason came to pick us up. He didn't ask what happened, and we didn't tell him. We were dropped off at the airport, and we finally got on the plane. We were battered, we were killers, but we were free. New York City, here we come.